Okay, FB, GUI, and AMZY, and how you can make extra passive income and front run the next ex-dividend date for the first payout for these funds. That's what I'm going to be talking about today. So, welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to be going through with you guys what to expect from these new distributions that are coming out. So, I'm going to the YieldMax site here. As you guys can see, OARC, Tesla, Apple, and NVIDIA are already having payouts. AMZY, FB, and GUI were actually released before the previous ex-dividend date, which I believe was August 4th. I'll go back in the video and look at that. But so they didn't have a distribution on the most recent, or they're not going to have a distribution on the current payout, which is on the 14th of this month. But I'm pretty sure they're going to have a payout on the next distribution date. So you guys can get into this fund, front run it ahead of time. I have no idea what the percentage is going to be, what the amount is going to be. But I will be able to give you guys what my expectations are of a rough estimate of what that will look like. And also FBY is going to be coming out soon as well. So I'm looking forward to that. Since I am actually subscribed to Netflix, it would be nice to also get paid for being subscribed. That'd be pretty cool. So if we look at the markets today, you guys can see that a lot of these positions are down. The S&P is down pretty substantially. As you guys know, the S&P is comprised of 500 of the largest companies in the United States, including companies like Apple and Amazon and so on and so on. So since those are down, the S&P is down, a lot of these are down. As of right now, I'm actually looking to pick these up. Apple, I already picked up some clip this morning, so I'm at about 175 shares of that. At about 130 shares of NVIDIA, but I will be picking some more up of that. OARC, I've recently just slowly been scaling in. Now that I've seen a large pullback, I'm definitely going to pick up some of that. Tesla, I'm a little out of the money on this position, but I have more than enough shares right now to be satisfied with, so I'm just going to sit on the shares and wait and see what happens. So let's go over what my expectations are of what the payouts are going to be for these three right here. So I kind of liken AMZY and GUI similar to, I would say probably more similar in volatility to OARC. It's not as volatile in my opinion as Tesla, but it doesn't have as little volatility as Apple. So it's kind of somewhere in the middle. So I would say the payout distribution is probably going to be closer to OARC. And for FB, that thing is wildly volatile. It's just like Tesla, so I'm expecting this one to be closer to Tesla. Now, if I go ahead and let's just say hypothetically you have $100 of each, okay? So the most recent payout on OARC was 68 point or 0.6838 cents. So you'd basically get that times 2 for a GUI and AMZY, which if you have 100 shares of each of AMZY and GUI would be roughly around 140 bucks a month. And if you were to get 100 shares of FB, assuming that the payout is similar to that of Tesla, because I do think that Facebook is much more volatile than both Amazon and Google, but we'll just have to wait and see. These are hypothetical numbers. I'm not saying this is what's going to happen, but I do assume that something similar to this will happen. So you get 136.76 plus 8303. And whoops. Okay, that wasn't supposed to happen. So I did that way wrong. 8303. So you're looking at roughly an estimate of about $220 a month for holding 100 shares of each. Now, my plans personally for these funds is like I told you guys before, I want to get all of these funds up to 100 shares each. I'm over 100 shares on both Tesla, NVIDIA, and Clipped. I'm at roughly about 20 something shares on OARC and 14 shares on Apply. So for the rest of this month, I intend to buy more Apply, more OARC, get those positions up to at least 50 each, especially now that the market's given me an opportunity to buy them on the cheap, on the dip. So Apply and OARC will be my first pickups if I manage to have some extra capital before the next distribution date. I definitely want to pick up some AMZY, GUI, and FB, especially now that they've fallen off a cliff. And if we look at the ex-dividend date on this little, whoops, okay, I don't know what the hell that was, but on this little click here button, like I told you guys in a previous video, you click on that. It'll show you the declaration X dates and payment dates for the following months, moving into the end of the year. So their next ex-dividend date for all of the funds, including newer funds, is going to be on the 8th of next month. So that gives us roughly about a month to pick some of these newer positions up before they actually have their first announced distribution payout from the new funds. So I hope this was insightful. Please let me know your thoughts below. Are you guys going to pick up any AMZY, FB, or GUI? If you do, how much do you plan to pick up? Or are you just going to stick with the original ones and wait until they have a payout? Let me know. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Peace.